with it. A conversation with me will change your life. Your wife want the pipe, and when I hit you feel a slight difference. In her box, my cock's bigger, I'm hot nigga. She don't rock with you, she got with you for dough. Your hoes a thought, if you fuck around, I'll take your mom, kiss her, fuck her, then I'm taking your hot sister. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. You cuff that bitch, I'ma fuck that bitch. You in love that chick, will suck that dick. That slut will kick you out your house, man, fuck your couch. I'm Rick James, bitch, I'll take your bitch and fuck her mouth, nigga. You bitchin' cause I'm smashing your hoe, you so passionate though. You would laugh for to go on the trip, now you trippin' because I got her ass, you acting vaginal, bro. I'll give her back, blow her back out, then go. Nigga, act like you know. Sharing is caring, nigga, I dare a nigga to swear that niggas can get to his chick. I put fear in niggas, they scared this nigga will take the girl and make her my bitch. You the type to die for a slut, you lie just to fuck. You like to get drunk and high just to get the courage to say hi, you a punk. You want to get some ass but then you act like a monk. She's stringing you along, it's going on like a month. You spending all this dough, she still ain't touching your junk. She taking off her panties and you smelling the funk. You say you hate it but you ate it even though that it stunk. Nasty ass nigga. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. I'ma keep fucking your lady. My pull-out game's amazing, we ain't having a baby. You bitchin' moaning and crying, complaining, acting crazy because I'm fucking your girl, you punk ass should pay me. Get cash to smash your whack ass chick. You too stupid to realize I'm teaching your whack ass shit. All up in your feelings, you feeling all attached and it's making you go crazy. And maybe if you had that shit we call game, you know you can't control no hoe. No matter if she's bad or right or just so-so. You trying to control that bitch, that's a no-no. You worried about other niggas, that's so homo. Pause. Niggas wanna be so romantic, but they chick be all up on another man's dick. I be on that man shit, they be acting manic. I don't think these guys know what a man is. Y'all thinking you're out here winning with your money and status, you're thinking you're rich. But how you see yourself as a winner if I can ruin your day by smashing your bitch? Yo. Yo. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's poppin'? What's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good, people? So I put on the blog talk number 516-387-1224. So I'm gonna try that out today, see if it works. If it's not working on my end, then I'll pull up the Skype again. So if you guys want to call in, but if you guys have questions, put a Q in the chat. So this is the thing we're going to be doing today on today's show. I'm going to be responding to a video from a YouTube channel named Self-Developed, and I ran across this and I thought it was interesting because he had a video called why dating is for losers or some shit like that, right? And so I'm watching this and I'm just laughing my ass off and I'm like, oh my God, this is hilarious. Now again, when I do these videos, so if he's watching this, whoever else is watching this, remember, I do these videos to shed light on the game and to critique the ideas. It's not about him. It's not about, making fun of him or whatever it is like that. It's really about the ideas, because I know a lot of people get sensitive and all that other shit, right? So, but shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Joe Blast in the building. Shout out to Original Origins, Emmanuel, Zulu, Hunk, what's going on? Shout out to X, The Threat, what's good? King, Josh, Certified Tyrone in the building. Ola Femi, what's going on? Call me J. AJ Lindo, was popping. Shout out to True Savage, Andrew Taylor. YY is in the building. Shout out to Cyril, what's good? Lil Fredo was popping. Jacob was good. Shout out to Mathis was popping. What's going on? Bombay, what is good with you? So shout out to everybody in the chat. So before we get into all that, man, remember, guys, I want to make sure you guys remember to get up on that Bad Boy membership and that Masculine Identity membership.
This month on the Bad Boy membership, you're going to get the program, How to Attract Women Who Will Give You Gifts and Money. In this program, you're going to learn why a woman would even give a guy gifts and money. You're also going to learn the right time to accept gifts and money. Also, when you should not accept gifts and money. And you're also going to learn 4 ways women will give you gifts and money and much more. So make sure you go to badboymembership.com today to check out this program, plus all the other audio and video programs on the Bad Boy membership. Go to badboymembership.com today.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com.
All right, we back. Let's do this. All right, let me pull up this video. And shit. Let me pull up this video so we could get it going. Let's do this. Hold on. All right, let me make it a little bigger. Pause. And we gonna go into this. All right, so I'm gonna start it and I'm gonna do what I do. I start it, stop it, and let you guys know what I think about all that shit. All right, let's go. Let's start.
And all right, guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the self-developed YouTube channel. Come on, guys, let's get it going. Banging out these videos. I did not forget about long-form content. Don't think I'm just scrapping this and becoming a TikToker. Screw that. This took me 6 years to build, and I'm running this to the day I die. So with that said, comment below, hashtag self-developed army. Where you guys from? What time is it? Join the tribe. We are this close away from 200K. Like, we're very close, like maybe within a week or so we'll hit it. So shout outs to that. And then from that point, we're just going to 300K, 400, 500 running this. So guys, with that said, hopefully you're having an awesome day. Beautiful golden hour or sun out. We got the guns out. Let's go. Feeling good, a little tired. I won't cap, so I have an energy drink there. And speaking of that, my supplements, my pre-workout literally arrives today, but that's besides the point. Let's jump in the video. With that, in today's video, I know you saw it. I titled it, Why Dating is for Losers. Now, guys, straight to it. Let's jump in. Now, if you guys are new to my channel, some of these ideas make them across as a little out there. If you guys are OG subscribers, then you clearly know why I say this stuff, the systemic reasons behind it. And with that, I want to further elaborate to help both parties. So guys, with that said, the reason I say dating is for losers is because I believe dating or hopping out of your frame as a man is a very low quality thing to do. Now, I know what you're thinking, David, what are you talking about, man? We're being told and promoted from the dawn of time that we need to get out of our comfort zones, go approach women, I don't know, jump over hoops, play these games, wear certain things, and hopefully get in her pants. And I'm telling you that has never been the way it's been done, ever. Throughout all history, this is never the way of the high value man. I'm going to give you some examples. Now, supposedly, guys, back in, let's say, the 40s and 30s, and this is just one simple example, women would actually leave their handkerchief, right? They would drop it on the ground for the man to then pick it up and return it to her. So now you may be thinking, you see, David, that's a perfect example. Men do approach women. No, my friend, women approach men. These are known as choosing signals, and statistically speaking, All
right, you see where y'all already see where we're going with this. Y'all already see where we're going with this. Okay, just want to prepare you. You already see where we're going with this, with the choosing signal shit. You see what I'm saying? You already know. So just be prepared. This is where we're going. This is the direction. But let's continue.
9 out of 10 times, who do you think chooses who first? Women do. How do I know this? Well, why do women have 3 times more areas in their brain that are able to pick up on subliminal body language? Why do they vet and scout a man so much harder? Well, because women biologically need men more than men need women. Now, I know that sounded really bad and sexist and triggering, and that's not how it sounds. We both need each other tremendously, but I am talking about the most basic biological imperative of survival. Women need men more simply because men are bigger, we're stronger, we're the hunters, providers, and protectors, and we'll give her this resource. For this reason, subconsciously, yes, even till this day, because you cannot rewire DNA or the way we think, this is beaten into our physiology, anatomy. Okay, I don't care what you think. Women will always choose men. They always have, they always will. Men are the prize in this realm. I'm not saying women aren't the prize in their own realms. Yes, they are. We are our own prizes in our own ways. But when it comes to survival, to understand gaining resource in this world, women choose men. They always have, and they always will. So that then brings it full circle. Well, David, then why does the modern man approach women? Well, because you've been told a lie. All of this is a BS programming that you see on music videos, media, pop.
All right, let me stop right there for a second. So now he's saying, back in the day, the woman would drop her handkerchief and then the guy will come up and approach and all this other stuff. What you got to understand is, and then he says, well, why do guys approach? Because you've been fed a lie. And we're going to get to what he's saying in a minute. What you have to understand is that when it comes to you dealing with women, right? The reason why waiting for choosing signals or waiting for a woman to give you a signal in order for you to make a move is ridiculous is because you are basically going with the woman's lead. You're basically following the woman. You understand what I'm saying? And soon as you're following the woman, right, then you've already lost. And see, he's going to talk about some of this stuff more a little bit later. But what happens is that the idea of waiting for the woman for you to make the move, right, is you following her lead, period. Now, again, if a woman gives you a signal or whatever, a sign that she's interested, and then you say, okay, you know what? I'm going to go and say something to her because I'm interested too. Let me see what's popping. That's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the fact is that if you as a man are waiting on women for shit to go down, no. You understand what I'm saying? No, sir. Right? Also, what people got to understand is this. When a woman is giving you a signal that she's interested, what you don't understand is you don't know what she's interested in. So therefore, what you're doing is you're going along with her agenda anyway, if that's the case. Because you're saying, well, I'm moving once she gives me the sign to move, which means you're going along with her agenda. So who's to say that this woman isn't giving you the signal because she wants to use you for, who knows, for your money, for your time, for your attention, to, for an ego boost because the alpha guy that she was fucking with just dumped her and now she needs your punk ass to fucking talk to her on the phone all day and give her attention. You have no idea why the woman is giving you the signal. Guys assume that a choosing signal means the woman is actually interested in you, which is false. See, in a lot of situations, you got to understand this. Even if you're waiting for a woman to give you a choosing signal, she has to still choose you twice. So what does that mean? A woman's checking you out from across the room in a party. You're like, oh, this woman's giving me a choosing signal. Now you approach her and you start talking to her and she's like, God damn, this nigga's a loser. So she gave you the signal, but you came over and now she thinks you're a loser because the interaction shows her that you're a loser. So what needed to happen is that when you approached her, she needed to again choose you again to see if she's actually interested in you. Because she doesn't know who you are. She hasn't gotten the taste of you. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of these guys think that when a woman is giving them a choosing signal, that's automatic sexual interest or romantic interest, which is false. So a lot of these dudes, they just get this thing where they just assume that, well, a woman is looking at me or she's looking in my direction. That means she wants me. No, that's not what it is. You understand what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But let's continue.
Pop culture, I don't know, your favorite celebrities say this. Now, guys, I'm not saying this doesn't work or you're a bad person if you approach women, but think about it from this basic context. If you are a man, and we understand that women choose men biologically first and foremost through something called choosing signals for their survival, why as a man, logically, would you hop out of your frame, which is what is enabling you to give women this provision and protection in the first place, To hop out of that to then chase women, it does.
Hold on, wait a second. Isn't it interesting? He said that they're choosing you for their survival. So if they're choosing you for their survival, that means they don't actually desire you. Do you understand that? Let me break that down. If the woman is in fact choosing you for her survival, giving you choosing signals for her survival, that means she's using you for her survival. It doesn't mean that she actually values you as a man. Do you understand? That does not mean that she actually values your knowledge, wisdom, leadership, guidance. That doesn't mean that she actually is sexually attracted to you. So if she's choosing you for her survival, that means that, yes, you're the type of guy I need to use for money, resources, all that other stuff. Now, what a lot of guys don't understand is this, is that back in the day, because he's talking about back in the day, there were times where women didn't have the type of money they have now. Women didn't have the same type of opportunities that they have now. So there were times where they had to get with a man for quote unquote survival. But why did that happen? It's because these women needed these guys for survival because there wasn't that many opportunities for women to work the same way men were working. So then they needed to be with that man for survival. Do you see what I'm saying? But nowadays, they don't need it like that. And on top of that, if a woman is doing that, what happens is she's basically using the man so she doesn't have to use her own resources, right? So if you're talking about choosing signals in the sense of a woman needing it for survival, then basically what you're saying is that the woman is choosing you so that she can use you. See, again, if you're getting choosing signals off the strength that a woman is sexually interested in you, off the sense that she actually wants to fuck you, that's one thing. But if a woman is choosing you for survival, meaning I need to use you for your money and resources and access, then you're just the guy that I'm using. You see what I'm saying? Well, let's continue. Let's continue. I'm gonna back it up just a little bit, and then we're gonna continue.
That women choose men biologically first and foremost through something called choosing signals for their survival. Why, as a man, logically would you hop out of your frame, which is what is enabling you to give women this provision and protection in the first place, to hop out of that to then chase women? It does not make sense, guys. And I'll tell you why.
Hold on. I got to stop him right there again. See, I'm very particular about words that are used. He said, why would you do all of that to chase women? See, guys get approaching women and chasing women confused. And he keeps talking about frame, but we ain't gonna get into all that. Dudes is talking about chasing and approaching as if it's the same thing when it's not. Okay, let me Certified Tyrone said I'm pedantic. That's a fact. No, let me explain this, right? Approaching a woman is I see the girl, I approach her, I talk to her, and either we exchange information and try to make something happen or we don't, right? That's approaching. Chasing a woman is if I approach a woman and she says she's not interested, and then she's walking away, and then I keep trying to holler at her. That's chasing. Or another way of chasing is, let's say I do approach a woman, we exchange information, and I call her to try to set up a date. She doesn't return my call or my text or whatever. And then I hit her up again and try to holler at her. She doesn't return my text or call. And then I hit her up again and holler at her. She doesn't. That's chasing. You understand what I'm saying? That's chasing. Approaching is you're making that initial, contact to see if something can happen. Chasing is when the woman has shown already that she's not really interested, or she's showing signs of disinterest, right? While you're trying to get at her. You see what I mean? So that's the difference. So I don't want y'all to get confused with this shit, but let's continue.
why you're doing this. You're not doing this subconsciously and biologically because you believe you'll survive longer with her or that she'll be able to acquire the resource of protection. No, of course not. You're doing this because you as a man are thinking merely with your dick. You're completely forgetting any logic. You're completely forgetting your root, your base, what you offer and bring to the table, and you're really just in it for a quick hit. This is exactly why I'm against hookup culture. Now, I need to make this clear, guys. I'm not saying as a man, you should never.
See, he said he's against hookup culture. Why? It's funny because like I've skimmed through a few of his videos before I like looked at this full video, and he had another video called "Hookup Culture is Beta as Fuck" or some shit. and he's very like I think he's very into Christianity and stuff. So just understand that's sort of the direction he's coming from. You feel what I'm saying? And let me tell you guys something. See, when it comes to sex, right? A lot of people have a lot of hangups and they have a lot of issues with sex and sexuality. You understand? Most people put sex on a pedestal. You understand what I'm saying? Most people, men and women. What happens is that a lot of guys put sex on a pedestal, which is why they're worried about women's bodies counts. And women put sex on a pedestal because they feel that, okay, I can sort of leverage this sex in order to extract time, energy, and resources from particular men because the men are putting the sex on a pedestal, right? But there's nothing wrong with having sex, hooking up, and making that type of stuff happen. Now, as long as you are not reckless with what you're doing, meaning like, running around having a whole bunch of unprotected sex or running around getting a bunch of girls pregnant, like if you're not doing that type of shit, then, it's all good, right? But a lot of times when it comes to sex, people always have this like really, really weird, like sort of like energy towards it. But let's continue though.
Approach women, or it's bad to have fun or to converse with women. Absolutely not, guys. I'm all for you talking to women, but you need to understand the context. I love talking to women. I think it's amazing, guys, the role in masculinity and femininity, to shoot the shit with them, guys, to feel that dynamic and energy play. It's amazing, but you need to understand that when I'm talking to these women, 9.9 out of 10 times, in fact, I believe all times, I am not looking for anything. I'm not requiring something. I'm not hopping out of my frame for you to provide and protect me. This is why it's always felt off. And this is why, again, another perfect example, most times when you approach women, they get this weird, icky, creepy vibe. It's awkward. They think you're a creep. It's not because you're a bad person, but because psychologically they know if they wanted to be with you, they would come to you.
No. No, and no. So he's saying, well, these women, they get this icky, creepy vibe because you approach them. They have that feeling because they don't like you. So that means the woman that you approached doesn't like you. Do you understand? See, think about it this way. Let's think about some logic here, people. Because he's basically saying, like, if the woman likes you, she's going to come and approach you. Or she's going to come and get at you. Right? Whereas we know in reality, women are not approaching men like that in mass. They're not doing this generally. Even if a woman is interested in you, the most she will give you is a signal that she may want you to approach. Right? So what happens is that he's up there saying like, oh, these women are having this weird vibe when you approach them. It's because the women you're approaching don't like you. Right? Which means when you approach a woman who does like you, she's not going to give off that vibe. But guess what? You didn't have to wait for a choosing signal for that to happen. Because check this out. Think about this. Let's say there was a woman. Let's say you go to the grocery store. And let's say there was a woman who was going to give you a choosing signal because she would have been sexually attracted to you if she saw you and came into contact with you. But let's say you're at the grocery store and that woman had her back turned to you or she didn't see you. So that would mean that if you was to approach that woman who would have initially gave you the signal, that means you would have basically interacted with her and probably got her because she's interested. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because she's interested. So let's say there's a girl, like, again, there's a girl who would have gave you a choosing signal, but she didn't see you. So you're trying to say that you shouldn't approach that woman? So I'm supposed to always wait for the woman to see me? Whereas it could have been a woman who, if she saw me, she would have been interested in me sexually. But because she didn't see me and I didn't notice her seeing me, that I should not approach? Does that make any sense? You understand? Does that make any sense? Doesn't make any sense. And see, what happens is this is what a lot of guys don't get. Is that if you approach a woman, right, and you talk to her and you're interacting with her, what happens sometimes is that the woman starts to be interested in you based off the fact that you approached her and now she's getting an experience with you. This is what guys don't get. What I mean is this. A woman may have not even noticed you in the grocery store. You go and you approach, hey, miss, how you doing? How's your day going? And she looks at you, so, oh, hey, what's up? I'm good. How are you? And then y'all start talking, right? And then she starts laughing at certain things you're saying because she finds you humorous. She finds you charming. And you say, hey, listen, you seem pretty cool. We should get together sometime, get a drink or something. And she's like, yeah, that would be great, right? And now she's doing that because she got a taste of your energy. She likes how she feels when she's talking to you, when she's around you, when she's interacting with you. But she only experienced that through your approach. Again, I use the buffet example. I've said this a million times. If you go to a buffet with your friend and your friend says, hey, try this fucking food out right here. And you're like, I don't know what, that don't look too good. I'm telling you, just take a bite. Taste it. I'm sure you'll like it. And then you fucking taste the fucking food and you're like, oh my God, this shit is delicious. It's delicious to you. You like it now because you've experienced it. So when you approach a woman, what you're doing is you're creating an experience. You get it? But let's continue.
Now I need to make this clear. Let's just say hypothetically the odd chance I do go approach a woman. It is because you can tell that she has first approached you. She's dropped the handkerchief. Now let's bring it full circle. The majority of you men will say, well, David, this girl isn't dropping a handkerchief. Well then, buddy, move the fuck on. You get it? This is what most red pill YouTubers try to sell you, this idea or this fantasy that.
So basically what he's saying is, let me hit the button. What he's saying is, if a woman doesn't give you choosing signals, move the fuck on. If a woman doesn't look at you or look in your direction, move the fuck on. If she doesn't drop the handkerchief, move the fuck on. Again, this is what happens when you follow women. You see what I'm saying? Understand this. Do you realize that there are guys out there who never get choosing signals? I'm saying it again. There are guys out there who never get choosing signals. There's guys out there who have never, not one time in their life, got a choosing signal or was aware that they got it. You understand what I'm saying? So you're not supposed to approach any woman because no woman gave you choosing signals. Really? Really? So you're basically saying that you have to wait for the woman to give you the okay for you to date. That's basically what you're saying. Wait for the woman to give you the okay so that you can actually have a dating experience. Interesting. That's interesting. All right, let's continue.
That like, it's okay if you just try hard enough and, I don't know, say something savvy enough, she'll get with you. That's the most beta thing I could think of. It's not that serious, guys. And I get it.
See, we're not talking about going up and trying to convince a woman to be with you. What I'm talking about is you still should approach women. So if that woman doesn't want to talk to you, you go to the other woman that wants to talk to you. And remember, like I said, women within the interaction sometimes are intrigued by that interaction, which makes them want to fuck with you. So if you were waiting for that woman to give you a choosing signal, she may have never given you a fucking signal because you were never on her radar. Then when you put yourself in front of her, you were now on her radar. Like, is this too complicated? Like, is this really too complicated? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. Like, is this really like you see a woman, you approach her, you let her know what it is, and then you make this shit happen. So what happens is that these dudes, they want to sit around and just wait for life to happen to them. But let's continue.
Understand, but David, yeah, it is that serious. I need sex. I need women. Well, there you go. You're faulty. You completely lost your frame as a man. You do not. And again, I need to make this very clear because I'm all for relationships, right? David, how are you going to tell me, you know, you're kind of sounding like a male feminist. I don't need no woman. No, not at all. Not from that context. Men and women need each other, but when it is properly ordered and divinely inspired, that's it. Notice the word order and hierarchy. Notice how I speak so much about that on my channel.
So he said, he said it has to be ordered and divinely inspired. You got to meet at the right place at the right time. The stars got to align and shit. The moon and the heavens got to be in the right place in order for the woman to choose you. See, and this is the funny part I always find about choosing signals. You know how interesting it is that a lot of guys complain about how illogical, fickle, flaky, all over the place a woman is, but then all of a sudden we're putting the power in the hands of the woman to make decisions on how the relationship is going to go, how the relationship is going to start. Does that make any sense? If women are all over the place and all in their emotions and all fickle and flaky and flighty and emotional and all over the place and doing all this other crazy shit, why then are we now taking cues from the woman in order for a relationship or a situation to start? Huh? Does that make any sense? Doesn't make any sense to me. But let's continue.
Channel. What does that mean? Well, guys, in life through biology and just natural divine law, it goes God, man, woman, child. The reason there's this hierarchy is not because one person is better than the other. No, but that is the rank and responsibility. When shit hits the fan, who's going to take more responsibility? The child, the mother, or the father? Well, I would hope to God in your household it's the father, because if it's not, your family's probably in shambles. Because that is the order in the hierarchy, the best relationships happen when a woman finds the man. I mean, let's get even a little biblical here. You guys need to understand that.
Wait. Hold on. But I don't understand. If it's a hierarchy, God, man, woman, child, then why is it up to the woman to create the relationship? You understand what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. If it's up to, because remember, understand this. If you're waiting for choosing signals and then that's how the situation starts out and then things go in a certain direction, that woman created the relationship. Do you understand what I'm saying? She started it. You see what I mean? So she led it. So that means she is at the top of the hierarchy. But let's continue.
God created Adam first, right? You guys understand the first story of Adam and Eve. God created Adam first. And do you know what God did with Adam? He said, hey, Adam, don't go be looking for Eve, because Adam didn't even know there was such thing as an Eve. God said, tend to the garden, do your work, do what's in front of you. So what did Adam do? He built his resource. He acquired his goods. He did what was in front of him, stayed in his base. And do you know what eventually happened? What eventually happened is God saw fit that Adam was getting lonely and he was deserving enough of a woman, so he created him a woman. That is exactly what I mean by proper order.
Jesus Christ. And shout out to my nigga K Zaggin 20 in the building. So basically what he's saying is exactly Olafemi 96 already beat me to the punch. Be on your purpose, motherfuckers. Be on your purpose, and then the women are gonna come. You see, it's all connected to this type of shit. Guys, be on your purpose, and then the women are gonna come to you. You don't need to do anything. You don't need just focus on your purpose, focus on these things, and then the women are going to come to you. You understand what I'm saying? See, what a lot of these guys don't get is that because they don't have experience with women, they don't understand the ins and outs of dealing with a woman. So if you're saying, well, I'm just waiting for the choosing signals, I'm waiting for her to drop her handkerchief, I'm waiting for her to do this, what happens is that you don't actually have any idea what it means to be a man in a relationship to manage the woman. Because he was saying at first, he was like, you got to wait for the choosing signals, wait for the handkerchief. Then he says that the man is the head of the house. So if the man is the head of the house, then how the fuck are you the head? But at the same time, we're waiting on the woman. It's a contradiction. Because as a man, you need to develop the skill and the know-how to manage relationships. And that means that you need to be actually out there interacting with women. You need to be out there talking to chicks, getting rejected, getting chicks that want to fuck with you, dealing with chicks, hooking up, interacting with girls on dates. You need to do all these things so that you know how to interact with a woman. But see, if you're sitting around waiting, then what you're essentially saying is, well, I'm just going to wait for a woman who I think is interested in me. So I don't got to do anything. All I got to do is focus on all the stuff that I'm doing. And then she's going to fuck with me because I'm the best guy for her survival. And then basically what she's going to do, she's going to use you. You understand what I'm saying? He said, this dude is glossing over the fact that sexual attraction matters. All that other shit means nothing if a woman doesn't see you as sexually appealing. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. You see what I'm saying? So it's like he's totally missing the intricacies of what it means. Because you know what it is? It's like when people watch a Disney movie and it ends and they say, and they live happily ever after, really. So what does that look like? Nobody talks about the day in and day out of the relationship. How does that look every day? How do you maintain that? How do you keep that going? And so what happens is that you have no training as a man to deal with women if you're waiting around for women to give you signals. Do you understand that? You are not strong enough to deal with the situation that arises when you're dealing with women because you have no fucking practice dealing with women. You're sitting around waiting for women to give you the cue to do shit all day. And then what happens is you become one of these niggas because she's using you for your survival, for her survival. You become one of these goofy beta niggas in a fucking relationship with your woman who she only fucks you once a month. She tells you to sleep on the couch when she's mad at you. You're on some yes dear, yes ma'am type of shit. And then you're fucking mad at the world and your chick because you ain't got no fucking dominance. You ain't got no control. You ain't got nothing going on where you created the situation you're in. You see what I'm saying? Well, let's continue this shit.
And divinely inspired. Any relationship I've ever had or met in my entire life, guys, has happened beautifully and organically because I was ready for the next chapter of my life. I was looking and ready, right, eligible for that helpmate to help me conquer that next area of life. Now, I've been in multiple relationships. I've been with many women, regardless if you guys believe that or not. And the last relationship I was in, I was with her for almost 5 years. Guys, I am telling you, if women are not approaching you, it is because they are not interested. That is not a bad thing. A lot of
goodness. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, listen. Let's just think logically here, people. Let's just think logically here, people. Okay, what if a girl said to you, or what if somebody said, if a man doesn't approach a woman, that means he's not interested. Would that be true or false? We all know that's false because men sometimes don't approach women, not because they're not interested, but because they're fucking scared of getting rejected, right? Right? So now, if it is socially acceptable for men to approach women and men are still scared to get rejected, what the fuck do you think is going on in a woman's head where it's not socially acceptable for her to approach? Don't you think she would be scared too? Don't you think she would be even more scared than a man because it's not socially acceptable for her to approach? Don't you think she would have a bigger ego because if a man rejected her as she approached him, she would feel some type of way because that's not normally what women do? Huh? See, yo, I swear, it's funny that people just, they really don't get what the fuck is going on out here. Now, there are times where a woman is so attracted to a man that she may approach or she may put herself in his orbit and do all this other stuff. But for a woman to actually do this on a consistent basis, they're not doing it. And in general, most women are going to be too scared to approach because they don't want to get rejected either. They don't want to get rejected either. They don't want to put themselves on a line. And then on top of that, you have to understand that people, men and women, usually go with the path of least resistance. So now let's say you're a woman who a lot of guys would consider hot, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, they would consider this woman, most guys would say she's an 8, 9, or 10, or whatever the fuck, right? Do you think that woman is out here approaching niggas? No. Because she don't need to, because there's a bunch of niggas always trying to approach her, holler at her, hit her up in a DM, hit her up on Tinder, hollering at her in the street, hollering at her at the club. All these dudes is trying to get at her. So why would she go and approach a man when she could just chill and do the path of least resistance? But see, this is what a lot of these guys are doing. They're trying to do the path of least resistance, which is wait for the choosing signal. You understand? That's really what it is. So the men are essentially trying to be like the women at this point. You know what I mean? See, a hot chick isn't going to be out there on the streets hollering at dudes like that. She don't need to. And on top of that, because she's hot and because people have been telling her she's pretty all her life, why would she risk her self-image by approaching a man that could potentially reject her? Think about that. Why would she risk the image that she's conjured up in her mind of herself based off of how people have been treating her, all her damn life, right? To go and approach a random dude for him to reject her? It's not going to happen. She's going to expect him to approach her like all the other guys. You see what I'm saying? But let's continue.
If women don't approach me, in fact, very few do. You're not alone, okay? Don't think you're a bad person. What do? You stay exactly where the fuck you are. You don't.
Wait, hold on. Let's rewind that a little bit. Let's rewind that. Look at what he said. Let's rewind that.
Regardless if you guys believe that or not. And the last relationship I was in, I was with her for almost 5 years. Guys, I am telling you, if women are not approaching you, it is because they are not interested. That is not a bad thing. A lot of women don't approach me. In fact, very few do. You're not alone, okay? Don't think you're a bad person. What do? You stay.
He said a lot of women don't approach him. Very few do. Come on, guys. And most people would say this is not a bad looking dude, right? A lot of women don't approach me. Very few do. Interesting. So if a lot of women don't approach you, what the fuck are we waiting for choosing signals? What the fuck are we waiting for women to approach us for? Huh? What? So like, Certified Tyrone, you're hilarious. Oh my goodness. What's the point? What are you waiting for? Huh? That makes no sense. So if a lot of women don't approach you, right? And remember, by his logic, he said the women aren't interested in you if they're not approaching. So by his logic, a lot of women aren't interested in him. You understand what I'm saying? He said, "You are not alone. I'm here with you, head ass." It's hilarious. But I'm gonna bring it back a little bit, just one more time, so I can hear this shit. Oh Lord, oh my goodness.
Because I was ready for the next chapter of my life. I was looking and ready, right, eligible for that helpmate to help me conquer that next area of life. Now I've been in multiple relationships. I've been with many women, regardless if you guys believe that or not. And the last relationship I was in, I was with her for almost 5 years. Guys, I am telling you, if women are not approaching you, it is because they are not interested. That is not a bad thing. A lot of women.
You see, again, he said, if women aren't approaching you, they're not interested. So by his logic, most women are not interested in him. Interesting. Okay. I'm just.
Don't approach me. In fact, very few do. You're not alone, okay? Don't think you're a bad person. What do? You stay exactly where the fuck you are. You don't go leave your frame and start doing these little pickup things. You get busy and you work. You be like Adam and you tend to the garden. Do you understand? This is what proper order is. Men don't.
Okay, so all right. I'm just trying to understand this. Okay, so you sit around and you work on this stuff, and then you just wait for women to come to you. The small amount of women to come to you. Is that what we're saying? You understand what I'm saying? Like, so you're supposed to work on your garden, work on your shit, and wait around for that small amount of women to come to you. Okay, now what if the small amount of women that come to you you're not attracted to? What then now? What if the small amount of women that come to you are fucking assholes? What then now? What if the small amount of women that come to you are uncooperative? What then now? You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, fam. Let's continue.
Don't go look down below them. Like, men don't go to children and be like, hey, will you be my child? It doesn't work that way. Child looks up. Do you understand? Woman looks up. Man looks up to God. Do you understand? There's hierarchy and there's lineage to life. And I know this makes a lot of you guys uncomfortable. This is not sexist. This is not oppressive. In fact, this is the most loving thing you can do, because let me put it this way. I'll finish it here for all the women who may be getting triggered saying, David, you're misogynistic. I'm the farthest thing from that. Believe me. You've all just been brainwashed by individuals who you think have your best interest. They don't at all. And the results are obvious. Let me open the blinds. All right, there we go. I know the lighting has changed quite a bunch. You guys don't care about that, but I have a very strong visual background. I used to be a videographer and photographer, so I notice this stuff, and it's also kind of my OCD. But regardless, ignore that. Back to the video. Honestly, I forgot the last thing I was saying. But essentially what I was saying, or what I was trying to get to, is that life works vertically. It works in hierarchies, okay? We're always trying to ascend, meaning woman looks for man, man looks for God, and by God, he fulfills his mission. The only thing you should be chasing, and I'll finish it here with kind of a quote I made up and I kind of joke about. If a man was to treat his mission right above him the same way he treated women that don't want him, we would live in such a real progressive society. But men.
So wait, so the woman looks to the man looks to God. Okay, cool. But does God wait for choosing signals for man? Does God wait for a signal for man in order for him to create? Or did God just create? Did God just do? Did God just, make shit happen? Or was he waiting for man to give him the cue to make shit happen? That's what I want to know. So I'm just going off what he's saying. Because I'm like, I know God wasn't like, man, I want to make this universe, but I'm waiting for, man to give me choosing signals before I make the universe. Really? I thought God just did it. I thought he created the situation. But let's continue.
Don't do that. Men ignore their responsibilities. They ignore exactly what Adam is supposed to do, and they go search for their Eve. You're not even supposed to know that there's such thing as an Eve. I've been on monk mode now. If you guys check my last video, I'll link it up here, for almost 6 months, meaning I have been celibate. I haven't had sex. I haven't masturbated. I haven't talked to women. I haven't gone to parties, clubs, bars. I've never been happier in my entire life. And that is not because women are bad or because I'm not going to get into a relationship. Of course I will.
See, and that's the thing. I think with him in particular, because he is like, I'm celibate, I'm monk mode, I'm not doing all this other stuff, right? Which is fine. You can do what you want to do. Ain't nothing wrong with that if that's how you want. He's on, he's the no fap type of guys, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what you got to understand is that when you renounce something, right? You're like, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing it. I'm not about this, right? When you renounce something, you're actually tied to it. You understand? When you renounce something, you are tying yourself to the thing you renounce. So, for example, like if, a priest renounced sex, he's thinking about sex all the time or most of the time. If you renounce food, notice when you're on a diet and you're like, I'm not going to eat this, I'm not going to eat that. Usually what's on your mind is food. You understand? So I'm willing to assume that a lot of what's on this guy's mind is sex because he's renouncing it. So it ties you to it when you renounce it, right? Anthony DeMello, he was talking about how, you want to see through the situation and not necessarily renounce it, because when you're renouncing it, you're sort of in a delusion because you're basically tying yourself to the situation. Exactly. What you resist persists. That's a fact. But let's continue.
But it is because I, as Adam, am still building and tending to my garden, and God has not seen fit yet for him to create me an Eve. Boom. There's your answer. There's your answer for 99. No, there's your answer for 100% of you. I literally just debunked every single red pills course that they're trying to sell on how to.
See, his mindset is wait for the Eve, the woman, to appear and to just come through. You understand what I'm saying? And what happens is, and see, this is why I don't like to get into religion too much, but, some people believe that God is within you. So if God is within you, then you are this God that creates. So if he's saying, God created Eve for Adam, cool. But what you have to understand is that you, as the God within you, the God that's within you, creates the situations that you want. You create the girlfriend that you want. You create the dating situation that you want. So it's the same thing. We are all creators. You understand? If you fuck a chick, guess what? Y'all create a baby. They say you're made in God's image, right? So you're creating just like God is. Right? If we're all connected, that means we're connected to the source, which is God, which means we're a part of that whole connection. So yes, I agree in the sense that there could be a hierarchy in the sense of, the material world. But when you get into the spiritual realm and you're talking about how all things are connected and how we're all a part of this whole thing, right? Then it's all one thing. But let's continue.
Pick up women. There's your answer. If you don't have a woman yet, you're not supposed to. You're not worthy of it. You're not eligible. You don't need an employee for your business at this moment. You still need to take care of this yourself. And if you do take on an employee or forcefully find your Eve by continuously picking up and doing all these things, not only is it going to leave faster than you can expect, right? It's probably going to be a very bad woman for you. Thirdly, it's not divinely inspired. Again, this is just my opinion. So guys, that is it. I finished this video here. You don't have to agree with me, guys. Are there exceptions to this? Yes, there can be exceptions, of course, guys, but you need to understand that the exceptions are not the rules. Do you understand? Just because your one cousin way out west approached a woman at the grocery store and they got married. That's awesome, guys. That's great. Maybe God put that woman exactly there for that man in that time when he was picking up his tomato can to look at her. Yes, that may be true, but for the majority of times, in my experience, and for over the 1,000 men I've coached, the best, most organic relationships happen like that, organically. You're minding your business, you're tending to your garden, and when God sees fit, he creates you an Eve. What is that?
So basically, mind your business, be on your purpose, don't look at women, and then wait for the woman to give you the signal, and then you can make something happen. Interesting. Come on, guys. Stop it. Stop it. See, he said it himself. Listen, if you're the type of guy that likes to wait around, have minimal interactions with women, only have interactions with women who are choosing you, which is going to be not that many, like this guy said. And I'm glad he was honest and let people know, because a lot of times guys, see, it's unfortunate nowadays. Guys like to feel good versus actually getting real information that can help them. So this is why guys are so caught up on this choosing signal shit. He said himself, there's only been a small amount of women. So he's susceptible to those small amount of women. And what people have to understand about relationships and interactions when it comes to relationships, there's a thing called compatibility. And what happens is that no matter how you interact with a chick or get with a girl, whether it's you approach her, waiting for choosing signals, hit her up on an online dating app, DM her on Instagram, through social circle, whatever it is, you still have to vet and you still have to see if there is compatibility. So if I'm sitting around waiting for choosing signals and I only get 3 girls who gave me choosing signals this month, all 3 of those girls I may not be compatible with. But if I approached 75 women this month, right, I might have been able to make shit happen with 15 of those women, and then I might have been compatible with 3. You see what I'm saying? So, oh man, here's what I'm saying. Like, see, again, if you want to chill back and just wait on a small amount of women who you may or may not really connect with, then hey, that's your life. But understand that as a man, you got to go out there and get what you want. You got to be a go-getter. You got to actually do shit. You understand? And when you actually get real world experience with women, you would realize that there's so many different things that you need to understand when it comes to dealing with women and managing a situation, to the point where you realize that there needs to be volume when you fuck with women, meaning that there has to be a large number of women in order for you to get the best quality of woman to fuck with, if you're going to be with that one woman or the main chicks or whatever it is. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand that shit. But let's see if he's saying anything else at the end of this.
That look like. She hits you a DM. A mutual friend reaches out and says, hey, do you know this person? You go to a party or an event just working on your stuff, and you naturally meet these individuals that are being presented to you. It's organic. You don't have to go out of your way, and you don't have to go date these women. Do you understand? Setting up dates, being on dating apps, that's just so beta. It's forced. It's not divinely inspired, and it's
See, but that's the funny part. He's saying it's beta. He's saying it's forced. He's saying, oh, you go out to these places, but he still said he only had a small amount of women. Again, I'm not saying you need a bazillion women to fuck with, right? You don't need that. What I'm saying, though, is you need the best type of chicks when you're dealing with women, meaning that you need the women who are extremely cooperative, the women who are going to be, compliant, on point, follow your directions, all that other stuff. What happens is that the less amount of women you come into contact with, the more likely it is that you're not going to find that woman. You understand? I hope that didn't go over your head. The less amount of women you come into contact with, right, the more likely it is you're not going to find that woman. It's just like business. Check this out. In business, what happens is that you might get a bunch of leads, and then those leads turn into customers, right? So let's say, for example, I use myself as an example. Let's say 100 people go to my website, mrlucario.com, right? And out of those 100 people, let's say 50 of those people join the mailing list or something like that. Then out of those 50 people, let's say 5 buy a product. So we went from 100 to 5. You understand? But in order in order for me to get the 100 people to come to the site, I had to do marketing and promotion. I had to approach the market and say, hey, what's up? I'm Mr. Locario. Check my shit out. Now, if I just had my website up and I did no marketing, no promotion, nothing, I didn't do no video, I didn't say shit. I just had MrLocario.com up on the internet. What are the chances of somebody just stumbling upon my site or seeing my site during a Google search and just hitting it up? Now, what will happen is that I guarantee you less than 100 people will probably hit it up. So let's say out of, people randomly stumbling upon my site for whatever reason, 7 people go to my site. And so 7 people go to my site and nobody buys nothing. Nobody fucking goes into the email box. Nothing. So that's the same as just waiting around for the choosing signals, because you might get 7 girls who choose you within 7 or 8 months. And then within them 7 or 8 months, you had 7 chicks who gave you choosing signals, but most of them, let's say 6 of them, were chicks you were totally not attracted to, and only one was like okay looking. Right? Or let's say, just for sake of argument, because this is probably not gonna happen, but let's say for sake of argument, all 7 of the women you thought were attractive. But then when you tried to talk to them or make shit happen, you realize that they were uncooperative, they were bitchy. You understand what I'm saying? They were flaky. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is what happens where you're just sitting around waiting. Because again, I'm so glad he said, listen, a small amount. Of course, this is what I've been trying to tell motherfuckers. You understand? You said 7 in 8 months is not bad. Yes, it is that bad. Because what you don't understand is this. Just because those 7 chicks are giving you choosing signals doesn't mean it's going to work. So for example, let's say the first girl you had a party, she gave you choosing signals. You approached her. And then because when y'all started talking, right? She was like, I'm not really feeling him anymore. This is what she's saying in her head. So y'all exchanged numbers. She took your number. She gave you the number. But when she walked away, she was like, you know what? I'm not really feeling him. And then you try to call her and she's not returning your call. So what was the point of all that? So you didn't talk to no other girls that month. You ain't hit up no other chicks. You ain't talked to no other women. And the only woman you talked to is that one woman who gave you the choosing signal, who doesn't have interest in you, is not going to call you back. You understand what I'm saying? She's not going to call you back. But hold on, let me see. I want to try out the phones real quick. I got the what you call it? The blog talk. I'm going to try this. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to put on the Skype. All right. And then I got to definitely hit up Blog Talk and see what the fuck they're going on. So let me try this. Let me try 732. 732. What's up? Can you guys hold on? Can you guys hear him? Can you guys hear Rashawn? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear. 1 in the chat if you guys can hear. Y'all still can't hear it? Oh man, Block Talk is crazy. They still can't hear motherfuckers. All right, cool. I'm gonna put on the Skype because niggas still can't hear. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this shit, but I'm gonna put on the Block Talk and call back. All right, I'm gonna put on the Skype and you guys can call back. All right, let me put on the Skype real quick so motherfuckers can call up. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this shit. Hold on. Let me put up the Skype real quick. Let me put up the Skype number so you guys can get up on this. Hold on. Let me do this shit real quick. Put the Skype number up. And okay. All right. So we got the Skype number up. Let me change this number so you guys can see. So the Skype number is 646-481-3901. So if you guys want to do that, you can make that happen. You put that up there. My bad, y'all. My bad. That shit fucking this shit acting crazy. All right, you guys can see me. Everything good? Everything good? Okay. Now let me try this. Let me try to do the Skype real quick. And all right, 732.
Hey, Rashawn, what's up?
What up? What up? What's going on? What's popping? Appreciate the donation, bro. So what's good? What's good? What's good?
I got a couple issues with this man right here. Man, I be hearing a lot the whole organic thing. So what the definition of organic means derived from living matter. So when he says, "Oh, I meet women organically," in a way he's trying to shit on approaching.
Right.
And technically approaching is organic because that's living matter. It's a living person talking to another living person, man.
Right.
Pursuing a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw another video and he said about how like hundreds of girls came at him and that's how most of his shit started and all this other stuff. And I just what I assume is a lot of guys, they feel bad about getting rejected and the negatives of dating. So they'll try to justify their inactivity or the reason why they stopped.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But that's just the thing. Just like anything else, you got to go through the bullshit. You just have to.
Right.
So, I mean, and another thing, Mr. Macario, you kind of you're training yourself to be compromising.
Exactly.
You waiting on the fucking choosing signal.
Exactly.
So that energy is going to stay with you when you're with the bitch. Because if your mindset is, okay, I ain't doing shit for somebody look at me, you're going to be thinking the same shit when she disrespects you or she do some bullshit or something that you have to check.
Right.
So what I say is, we're supposed to feel that mental pain that we're supposed to feel that, supposed to go through that grind, supposed to go through that hustle and have that thick skin so we can train ourselves to be the men that we need to be with the woman long term. Like you said, Mr. Macario, before I get off this phone, you said if you don't cold approach, you're not going to know how to deal with a woman long term, and I completely agree with that.
Exactly. Because the thing is that a lot of guys don't understand is that all of those things that go on when you're interacting with women, that just strengthens you to be able to be in a long-term situation. Because if you can't deal with a woman in the moment, how the fuck are you going to deal with a woman in a long-term situation? It's impossible. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're going to fold. It's going to be a bunch of bullshit because you need to know how to manage a woman's emotions. You need to have a know-how of how to lead and manage a woman. And if you can't go and approach women and you can't put in that work, then you're not going to be able to put in the work to be in a long-term relationship. Because this is the thing. A lot of guys who are in relationships with women, usually the women are running the relationship. They are in relationships where the women don't really respect them. They're in relationships where the woman is basically shitting on them, doing all this other stuff. And then they don't even realize it. It's become so normal that it's just, the everyday thing where the chick do low-key fucking insults to these niggas and say all that goofy shit. So they don't even realize that they're in these situations because from the jump, they did things like wait for the woman to do this or wait for the woman to give him the cue. They're trying to set up a date and the chick's like, oh, can we go to dinner instead of drinks? And then he agrees to go with what she wants to do. And that's how they fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I believe? I have no proof of this. But I think a lot of men assume that the guy that approached a woman in public, like, hey, Ma, come here, you look good. Like, they think he's the one that's the most unattractive compared to the guy that's just sitting around and doing nothing. And it's not like that. Right. Everyone respects the guy that has the balls and go ahead and is aggressive and not passive aggressive. I remember, and I know K Zaggin not here. Shout out to you, K Zaggin, if you in the chat. But K Zaggin said, you get no respect from a woman being passive aggressive. Even passive aggressive language itself hurts you. Right. So to be passive aggressive as a whole, it does worse. So before I get off, the thing about passive aggression, you'll never, ever, ever, or most of the time, never see the highest point of a woman's interest towards you because you're that way. And if you do, it's not going to last because then she sees that. Right. And naturally, she can't get with that shit.
Right. That's real shit. That's real shit, brother. I appreciate the call, man. I'm a holler, bro.
All right, no problem.
Peace. Oh man. You said, wait, hold on. What is Jay saying? He said bullshit. The two thing not related, such as how you manage her versus choose on you, completely irrelevant. Bro, you don't understand what the fuck is going on, bro. If you can't deal with approaching a woman because you're scared of rejection, right? That means that you don't have the strength to interact with a woman long term. Do you understand what I'm saying? Meaning that when you're dealing with a chick that you've been with for a long time, and when I'm talking about you being with her, I'm talking about you actually being with her in a way where the relationship is benefiting you and her. When a woman is leading a relationship, it benefits nobody. Do you understand? A relationship only benefits the man and the woman when the man is leading. So if you can't lead to approach, how the fuck are you going to lead in a relationship? You see what I'm saying? You can't even lead in the initial interaction to just go up and have a conversation. Crazy. Let's go to, I think this is a monogamous player. Hold on, let me get this. But yeah, that's the thing. A lot of you guys got to understand that you got to know how to lead in that situation to be able to be a leader in the other situation. But 713, what's popping?
Yes, sir, Mr. Carr. You already know this is a monogamous player. Yes, sir, I donated.
Appreciate it.
Good morning, everyone.
That's what's up. What's going on?
Yes, sir. And I'm glad that you brought up this topic today. And I actually want to comment again on the topic on the K-Zag and Miles Cunningham show on Saturday when they was talking to the realists. And shout out to the realists. I just want to just state my opinion towards how a lot of guys think. And here's one thing I feel like, Mr. Lucario. I feel like a lot of guys, they shorten themselves, right? Or they stop themselves from actually experiencing something great due to all of these, egotistical barriers that they place on their dating situations, right?
Right.
So, for example, like a girl got to be a 10 or above. You feel me? So that's one barrier. And then on top of that, a girl can't be a freak, but at the same time, she got to be a freak at the same. She got to be a freak, but at the same time, she can't be a freak,
right? Meaning
that she can't have a body count. You see what I'm saying? If she does have a body count, then her value goes down and all that type of stuff. And of course, there's more barriers I can't think off the top of my head, right? But those are the two main barriers, right? And that was one of those barriers. Mr. Realist, he was talking about that, which is the body count thing, right?
Right.
See, the one thing I hate about that, that type of thinking, Mr. Cario, is the fact that a lot of guys are shortening themselves from actually having great experiences with good women. You see what I'm saying? Now, Mr. Lucario, I always use my girlfriend as an example. I went to school with two dudes that she had relationships with before me. You see what I'm saying? I mean, of course it happens because she met me later on in life. She met them early on in life, right? There was another chick that I was betting that I could have made my girlfriend, my best friend, smash. And I smashed. You see what I'm saying? Whatever, right? But I didn't let any of those outside things make me look at these women differently or dictate their value based off their sex life. First of all, I was glad that my girlfriend and these other women had a sex life because me personally, I don't want to be with a virgin. Maybe these dudes want to be with virgins. I don't want to be with a virgin. I want to be with a woman that has experience sexually and not only have experience sexually, but have experience with men. You see what I'm saying? Because you can easily get in a relationship or start messing with a woman with no experience. And then that would hinder your experience because you can't bring out the best in her because she's not developed all the way. You see what I'm saying? Me personally, Mr. Lucario, I like women that are developed all around. You see what I'm saying? So they done been through the ringer with guys. They done been through the ringer sexually. They done been through the ringer in relationships. So by the time they get to me, they have a better package of knowledge and wisdom that they can utilize in my relationship. And of course, vice versa. And you just said this, Mr. Lucario, a lot of guys, they want the first 10 women out the batch to like them, right? But guess what? It might take another dozen of 10 women. You see what I'm saying? Like the 20 women, a batch of 20 women don't dictate the next batch of 20 women. Exactly. And what they're going to do. Now, the only thing that can dictate it is what you do within those particular situations. Now, if you being corny and you coming towards women wrong and you waiting on choosing single, then yes, the next batch of 20 women might have that same result. But if you being consistent with yourself, and then you are also critiquing yourself and saying, you know what, I'm going to do this a little bit better next time, or I'm going to try this out next time, or whatever the case may be, you're going to find what you're looking for within those batches. Even though out of those 20, it might be only 5 girls, or it might be only 3 girls, or whatever the case may be, Mr. Cario.
Right.
And I do agree with what you said. Like, in order for you to meet the girlfriend or the wife that you want in the future, you have to talk to a lot of women. I really feel like, Mr. Cario, the reason why me and my girl are aligned and we found each other is because I kept dating and she kept dating.
Right.
There's a lot of people, Mr. Cario, that gets mad and like, I'm not going to date anymore. Well, if you don't date anymore, then how can you find your girlfriend or your wife, or even for women, your husband, or whatever the case may be? You gotta keep dating. Now, as you move forward, you should also learn how to date a little bit more smarter and a little bit more wiser.
Right.
But at the same time, the action still has to take place. If it doesn't take place, then you're not putting yourself in a position to find the person that you can align with in the future. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But the one thing I just want to say, Mr. Cario, is I just get mad at when guys try to downplay women based off their sexual class. But this is like, for example, my woman, right? Now, I could be an idiot, right? And be like, oh, well, you smashed one of my friends back in the day, and you smashed another guy that I went to school with, right? But then if I do that, right, I'm neglecting the fact that directly and indirectly, she has helped me develop as a man. She helped me with my finance. She helped me with new ideas that we are aligning together as a team. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But if I was to let all that be a factor, then I wouldn't allow my girlfriend to be great in my life. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm holding all this barrier shit against her that really has no value towards the situation.
Right.
But what do you think about that, Mr. Cario?
Well, yeah, but you got to understand, again, this is what I was talking about earlier, where people, they have a weird relationship with sex. And so because guys have a weird relationship with sex, they end up fucking up situations that could be beneficial to them just based around sex. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the part that they fuck up on, where it's like they worrying about all this other shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And then they make that a determining factor as to how they make their moves. Because the reason why they do that is because they actually don't know how women operate and how to deal with women, and they don't really have experience with women. So they're thinking that, oh, if she has this low body count, she's going to be this way. She has a high body count, she's going to be that way. What they don't realize is a woman is going to be the way she's going to be based off of that man that's influencing her and her desire to be of service to that particular guy. It's just that simple. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And then another thing, Mr. Cario, I would sort of understand, right, if you was a guy that was judging women, right, off sex, and you were saying to yourself, I'm only going to have sex with virgins, right? But just like the realist, he was judging women that have a high body count, but yet he's adding to women's body count.
Right.
So how can I judge a woman when I'm engaged in the activity as well?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And guess what? On top of that, can women judge us? Oh, he's a player. He got too many holes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Women can do the same thing, but I'm quite sure that women with game, or they know how to find a man with game, they know not to let that be a barrier towards what could possibly happen. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say, Mr. Cario. I just feel like people make their dating life. It's crazy, Mr. Cario, because I work with a guy. He's, you know what I'm saying? Me and him, we cool. He's a cool coworker. He was just telling me about his dating experiences and stuff like that. And I'm going to be honest, Mr. Cario, it just stems down to this. A lot of guys are not being authentic. You see what I'm saying? See, a lot of guys, they allow the first 20 women in their life, right, to dictate how they look at all other women, right? So if the first 20 women was instilling the fact that they was this guy that was being themselves, right, then a part of them they make them feel like, oh, I have to change, or I got to be an asshole, or whatever the case may be, in order for me to draw in the next 20 women. But no, bro, keep being yourself. As me being myself, Mr. Cario, I'm not going to attract every woman. But guess what? Me being myself, I'm going to attract the right women that are attracted to me.
Facts.
So it's not about I don't want everyone. I'm just being honest. I don't want every woman. I want the right women for me.
Exactly.
And I think once guys switch their mindset around to that, then that's when they can start winning in the dating game.
That's real shit, bro. Man, I appreciate the call, my brother. I'm holler at you, man. Peace out. Peace out. Shout out. Excuse me. I'm up here, Bourbon. Shout out to my dude, Miles Cunningham, in the building. Make sure you guys check us out tonight. We're going to have a show tonight at 10, so make sure you guys check that out. Let me go 7. We're going to go, hold on. Let me get to the next caller, 757.
What's up, bro? I donated.
What's up? Appreciate it. So what's going on?
Hey, bro. So the way I understand what you were saying earlier, like if you can't approach a woman, how you going to handle a long-term relationship?
Right.
It's the same way I understand when I was in the military, and the sergeant said, if we can't trust you to wake up early, shave your face, and get information, how we gonna trust you to get half your buddies back? You know what I'm saying? And protect the soldiers beside you in battle. Like, how we gonna trust you with that? So like, it's really crazy how it is a parallel with those two analogies. I didn't think about it until you said it just now, man. So I just want to shout that out real quick.
Right. No, that's real shit, bro. It's real shit. Go ahead.
That is some real shit for real. I really wanted to ask you, because I've been finding when it comes to rewarding bad behavior from women, like, I get what it means, and I wanna know if you can explain a little bit more in depth, like specifically. I don't know if you got a bad boy membership on it or what, like, not just rewarding bad behavior, but also rewarding good behavior as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like an example that comes to my mind is, like, you approach a woman and you ask her, what's your name? You say, I'm Steven, what's your name? And she doesn't say anything, or she's rude. And then you're still trying to talk to her. Like, in my mind, that's like rewarding bad behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not cooperating and you're still trying to get with her. Like,
yeah,
that's the way I kind of understand.
Right, and that's a good question. The thing is this, you got to understand is that in all the situations that you're dealing with the women, right, there's always the rewarding of the good behavior and not rewarding bad behavior. And so the point where you're not rewarding bad behavior is a point where she may get charged. And so, like you said, if you're talking to a chick, and this is what I tell guys with seduction. A lot of guys think seducing a woman or, like, you know, picking up a chick is, well, she's being kind of standoffish and then you got to try to convince her to want you, and that means you have game. No, that's not what it is. In order for a woman to be seduced, she still has to show you some form of interest in order for her to get you to seduce her. Meaning, in order for her to earn that right. So basically, you're rewarding her good behavior by her showing some form of interest as where you can seduce her. So what a lot of guys will do is that they, like, if you say to a girl, hey, what's up? How you doing? What's your name? And then she just ignores you, doesn't say anything, right? That's the type of chick you just need to keep it moving, because I'm not going to keep talking to you, but because you're not showing me anything, right? And then, but the thing is that if you say what's up to the chick and she says what's up back to you, but then some chicks, what they'll do is that in a flirty way, they'll try to play around with you because they like to flirt and they're trying to be cute. You can seduce that woman and keep going because she's showing interest by continuing to deal with you, right? But if the chick has a bad attitude, if she's not trying to talk to you, if she's acting all stupid, then it's like, keep that shit pushing. Now, if you're in a situation where you're dating a chick and she's doing some bullshit, right? And then you keep going with her, you keep giving her attention, you keep hanging out with her, you keep hooking up with her, then that's you rewarding bad behavior. Even, for example, a lot of times guys will still fuck a girl even if the girl was disrespectful to them because they want some pussy. So what I tell guys is, if a girl is disrespecting you, she shouldn't even be getting no dick. You understand what I'm saying? So like, even if you wanted to fuck her, you shouldn't fuck her because she was disrespectful. Because if you fuck her after she'd been disrespectful, what you're basically saying is that, oh, it's okay for you to disrespect me, and you're giving her reward while simultaneously disrespecting yourself. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got to look at it as. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, I did that shit last night, bro. Like this chick, like I told her, yo, hit me up at this time and come over. The day passed, I didn't hear from her. Randomly on a Saturday night, she's gonna be like, you up? I ignored the text. Right. And then I felt like I kind of rewarded her by like having her over last night because of whatever. And that's what I feel like, that's where this question came from, because I feel like I be doing that a little bit too much. Even though I'm getting pussy, even though like I'm still fucking and stuff, I still feel like the type of relationship I'm having, the dynamic with the girl, is like I'm encouraging her to behave a certain way.
Right. And how long you been fucking with her? How long you been fucking with her?
So it's October, like July-ish.
Okay, so you've been seeing her for about like what's July, August, September, October. So like 4 or 5 months, right? Yeah. Okay.
Right.
And so is this the first time she did something disrespectful or weird, or has she done it before?
She's done it before. Like it's usually when it comes to actually following instructions. Like when I tell her, look, text me at this time or call me at this time. Like sometimes she doesn't do it, and sometimes she does. You feel me? So like that's what I feel like. Even though I'm still fucking her, I'm still rewarding her for being.
Yeah,
like
and that's the thing. You're rewarding her for not doing the shit. And that's what's going to keep the disrespect going. See, whenever like for the first like 3 months or something that you're dealing with a chick, right? If she's on any type of bullshit, you don't even need to check her. You just charge it to the game. Now, since you've been seeing this girl for like almost 4 or 5 months or whatever, and then she does something, you can check her once, and then after that, she needs to go. So if you say to her, yo, listen, the next time I text you, you need to text me back, or the next time this happens, or if I say this needs to go down. And then if she's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then she does it, and then she like, complies, and cool. But if she again fucks up, then you say, listen, we're done. You know what I mean? We're finished.
Yeah, she's done after that.
Right. Because this is the thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes what happens is you need to lose women to gain more respect for yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you have to always put yourself above the woman. You see what I'm saying? A lot of guys put the woman above them, which is why they let the disrespect go on, and they continue to fuck with the chick because they want pussy. So they're putting pussy on a pedestal. They're putting the woman above them. So what happens is that you need to let the woman go and find another woman who's going to be basically cooperative. And see, the next woman you deal with is going to see more of that strength in you because you're the type of guy who don't play those games. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But the thing is, the more that you allow her to just keep going and you keep rewarding her with that shit, that weakens you. And that's the thing that makes it harder for you to make shit happen with women in the way you want it to happen. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Nah, I did that. I had to cut a chick off just because of that. Because she kind of tripped on me. It's my fault. The way I was dealing with her, she kind of thought it was like a boyfriend, girlfriend type of thing. So that's all on me. But what she did is she texted me a bunch of shit. I'm going to the studio. She's like, yo, go fuck your bitch or whatever. I'm like, yo, next time you behave like that, that's it. We're done. And she did it again, and then I cut her off. So, like, I got to keep doing that more often. And it's even with the little things, too. It don't got to be something big where she's just tripping, but, like, even with little things like that, like, hey, meet me here or do this or sit here, like little things, too, I'll be paying attention to. And I gotta be more vigilant of me rewarding the good behavior and not rewarding the bad behavior from women.
Yeah, because the thing is, the bad behavior is some shit that just needs to be eliminated from the jump. You know what I'm saying? This like the relationship should be mostly reward. You know what I'm saying? Because she should be doing the right thing she needs to do. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So so
do you have a bad boy membership on this?
I don't think I have. I have a bad boy membership on Checking Chicks, so you could check that out. But yeah, I could probably do something more specific on this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Because the specific things is like what to look for specifically. Like that's what I've been thinking about all week.
Right.
But yeah, if you do that, please shout it out so I can know to check it out.
All right, that's what's up, bro.
I appreciate you though. Thank you.
All right, man.
For your time.
I'm a holla. Peace.
All right, peace.
All right. I think 374 was trying to call up. I mean, 372, whoever 372 was, you call back up because I seen you was trying to call back like crazy. But yeah, J Moap, you need to call up, bro. Okay, hold on. Let's get to we're gonna get to 372. All right, so 372 was popping. Who this?
Hello.
Yes, sir. What's going on? Who's this?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's popping? Who's this?
I'm Diablo in chat.
Oh, Diablo. What's going on, fam? Did you donate?
No, I don't have. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. You're killing me, man. You guys got to donate. All right. I'll give you 60 seconds. I'm a nice guy. Go ahead. 60 seconds. What's your question?
Well, I wanted to ask you, like, how do you deal with the fact that you have to compete with other men for the attraction of a woman? Like, in dating apps and in general in life.
You have to be with other men? What are you talking about?
No, I meant how do you deal with the fact you have to compete with other men for a woman?
Oh, you don't have to compete with other men. Who told you got to compete with other men?
Well, I mean, on dating apps, they have like 20 guys in her DMs. On Instagram, she has 20 guys in her DMs. So you have to compete with those men. If you're not better than them, she'll choose them. This is what I mean. Like,
so let me ask you a question. Okay. If you were in a party and it was 101 people in there and it was 100 girls and you're the only guy, do you have to compete with any of the girls for the girls?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm the only guy.
Okay, so you're basically saying that those women would want you because of you, right? Because of the person you are, right?
No, because I'm the only guy at the party, you know, in this
Right.
example.
So that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you're the only one, right?
Yeah, I'm the only one.
Right.
But
So
yeah.
now hold on. So now are you the only one of you? Or is there other people just like you?
I'm the only one of me, but they're better guys than me. That's what I mean.
Exactly. So if you're the only one of you, how could there be a better you? Huh?
I don't know. It's like this is just what I got from this online dating shit.
No, but this is what that's the point you're not getting, bro. You're the only one of you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, okay, let me ask you a question. Do you ever go to McDonald's?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, does any other restaurant have a Big Mac?
No.
Okay.
Just McDonald's.
Exactly. So, if you want a Big Mac, where you got to go?
To McDonald's.
Exactly. So, if a woman wants you, where she got to go?
To me, I guess.
Exactly. So, if there is no other nigga like you, she has to fuck with you if she wants you. So, you're talking about competition. There is nobody better than you because there's nobody that can be better than you but you. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. You're worried about all these other guys. So, what makes a guy better than you?
Well, it's like we're all doing the same jumping tricks, right? Like we're trying to become more attractive. We're trying to work on ourselves, right? And it's like, unfortunately, I'm in a bad situation, right? I earn minimum wage, so that's a killer.
Wait, hold on, wait, stop, hold on, wait. What the fuck does how much you earn have to do with anything?
Because I can't afford to step on my game.
You can't afford to do what?
I can't afford to, buy expensive clothes and shit.
Why do you need expensive clothes for?
To have clothes that say
what?
about me that I'm someone,
So you need clothes make you somebody?
Well, yeah, because my clothes are just like.
Hold on. Color. So when you take a shower, you're a nobody, right?
No.
Okay.
I get what you're saying, but it's like.
No, you get what I'm saying. You don't want to accept what I'm saying because to accept what I'm saying means you actually have to do some work and put the work in and not worry about anybody else. That's what the issue is.
So you're saying because I'm one of one, I shouldn't worry about other guys. But
exactly.
The reality is that I'm still competing with other people.
How are you competing? How? Tell me. Tell me something I'm not getting it. How are you competing?
I'm trying to explain logically, right? So we have a dating app, whatever, right? A woman will have many more matches. She'll have 20 matches, so that's 20 DMs. On Instagram, she'll have 40 other DMs. So if I'm not better than these 60 guys.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. What makes you better, though? Or what makes the guys better than you? That's what I'm asking. What makes the guys better than you?
The usual shit that we do, like going to the gym and all that shit.
So a guy going to the gym makes him better than you?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's say there's 20 guys going to the gym. Which one's better out of the 20 guys going to the gym?
I don't know what number. All of them.
Wait, how all of them are better? No, I'm saying if there's 20 dudes that go to the gym, which one out of those 20 guys are better than the other?
I don't know.
So what are we talking about then? So because you don't go to the gym, that makes another guy who goes to the gym better than you? Is that what you're saying?
It makes him look better physically. It goes back to what you said, right? If she's not attracted to you, it's like it's gonna be a hard.
Okay, so how do you know what the women are attracted to?
They're attracted to physically fit men and men.
How do you know? How do you know?
Because I've been watching content.
Wait, because what?
Your content and other.
No. How do you know if you're on a dating app and you're swiping? How do you know the woman you just swiped on? How do you know what she likes?
I usually look at her pictures
Uh-huh.
and I look at her bio. So if the pictures if the pictures are in a certain way, it means that she wants a bad boy.
What? What are you talking about? If her pictures are what way she wants a bad boy, what do you mean?
I'm talking about if her pictures are sexually implicit, right?
Uh-huh.
We all know what that means.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Tell me what that means.
It's sort of like an invitation. If she has
An invitation for what?
Bikini,
An invitation for what?
to smash.
Says who? How you know?
Well, realistically, my personal experience is not that much, but I just say this because of what I read on the internet.
Exactly. So bro, you gotta actually, let me ask you this though. What dating apps are you on?
I'm only on Tinder
You're only on Tinder? Okay, how long you been on Tinder?
since 2019.
Okay, now how many women have you dated off of Tinder?
No one.
You didn't date anybody? You didn't get no matches?
I got some matches, but they usually just they either unmatched during the conversation or they unmatched without giving me an answer.
Okay, and so how many matches roughly have you had since 2019?
I think roughly I would say 68.
Okay, so let's say 60. Okay, so 68. So now out of 68 women, let me ask you this. Are you on the premium Tinder, like the Tinder Gold or anything like that?
Yeah, I had to. Yeah.
Okay, now how often are you on Tinder?
2 hours a day, not every day, like 3 days a week.
Okay, so you're on Tinder. Let's say, so you said 2 hours a day, 3 days a week. So that's about what, 6 hours a week?
Yeah.
On Tinder. Okay.
Yeah.
And so now when you're swiping, are you swiping on everyone? Or are you swiping on just like you look carefully and you swipe on certain girls?
I used to do that mistake where I was like desperate and I was swiping on everyone, but now lately I've been swiping only on profiles that I liked. So
no, you got to swipe on everybody. You got to swipe on everybody, my nigga. Are you on a bad boy membership?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so this is what your problem might be. How old are you?
I'm 31.
31?
Yeah.
Okay, this is where your problem might be. One, you're not on enough apps. That's one. Because what happens is that some women who are on Tinder, right, or some women who are on Bumble are not on Tinder. Some women who are on Bumble who are not on Bumble are on OkCupid. Some women who are on Hinge are not on Tinder. So what that means is that you're missing out on women who you don't have access to. That's number one. Number two is that if you're swiping for 2 hours, but you're being very discriminate on who you're swiping on, that means you're not swiping on enough women. You see what I'm saying? So you actually need to swipe on every fucking chick because you get to more women faster. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, right. So what I would say to you is get on more apps, swipe more. You feel what I'm saying? And then you should start to see a little bit more traction. But I don't know how your messages are looking. I don't know how your bio looking. I don't know how your profile looks. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying to you is stop worrying about other motherfuckers because there's nothing you can do about that. You understand what I'm saying? There's absolutely nothing you can do about that because in your opinion, there are going to be guys who you think are better than you, and there are guys who you think you're better than. So no matter what, that dynamic is going to be there in your mind anyway if you're thinking that way. You see what I'm saying? And then there's nothing you can do about it. So all you can do is focus on you and what you need to do to get where you want to go. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right. Stop worrying about all these
like,
things.
You're telling me not to worry, but at the same time, it does seem like you're either admitting that I'm right, but just don't think about it. Like,
no, I'm not admitting you're right. I'm saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is you want to think that way. So because you want to think that way, then it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. That's what I'm saying. If that's your way of thinking, then think that way. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to change how you want to think. If that's how you want to think, that's how you want to think. I'm trying to get you to understand that there is no competition, but you don't see that. So since you don't see that, then just see how you want to see it. I'm not going to force you to see it another way. I'm just trying to give you some information that could help you. But the fact that you see it that way, that's the thing that is holding you back now. Do you see what I'm saying? That's literally what's holding you back.
Yeah.
The fact that you think that way. It's about, oh, well, you're admitting you're not right, bro. You see what I'm saying? You're not, because the thing is this. If you was right, then there would be no reason for you to be doing anything, because what's the point of doing anything if there's so many guys better than you? You might as well just quit. Right? What's the point?
Yeah, but
what's the point?
This is what I mean. Like, I saw a short of you on YouTube, and you said, like, when a woman is saying, like, she's looking for a relationship, she's dating a lot of guys at the same time.
Right.
So it's like, I'm not going to have those options.
You're not going to have what
not
options?
like I have a bunch. And it's like, she's dating a lot of guys while looking for a relationship, and I'm only dating her.
So why are you only dating her?
Because that's my mentality at this point. I don't know.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Bro, you're making a choice to think this way. You're making a choice to date her only. That's all of this is your choice. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of this is coming from your mindset. Your mindset is causing you to choose this way and to be this way. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is, if you understand that there is nobody else like you, right? And you understand the dynamics of how online dating works and how to navigate it, then you'll be having success. But what I'm saying is the problem is that you're so worried about other guys, you're worried about fucking, competition and all that other stuff, because that's always going to seep into how you're interacting with the woman, because you're going to find a girl you like, or you match with a girl. Oh, she's cute. Let me send her a message. Let me do this. And then what's going to happen is that you're probably going to act all needy, because you're like, damn, let me try to get her on a date right now. Or let me do this and do that, so that if she meets another guy, that's better than me, she'll start to like me more. So let me, this is all the shit that'll be going on in your head. You see what I'm saying? You're going to start calling her up, acting needy because she didn't respond to your text. And you're going to be like, damn, maybe a better guy got her. Oh man, this is fucked up. Maybe some other guy who went to the gym got her for, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be on that type of level. You see what I mean?
Yeah. I don't have much confidence in myself. It's true.
I'm shocked. I had no idea. And this is why you got to get on the Masculine Identity membership. This is why you got to get on the Bad Boy membership. This is why we tell you guys this. We're not just talking out our ass. All the things that you need to know how to up your shit on online dating, you can go get on the Bad Boy membership literally right now today. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right now today. There are actually 4 programs on the Bad Boy membership just on online dating. I have the easy way to date online. I have another joint called Advanced Online Game, the most efficient way to get women to meet you in person. I have another one called How to Take Pictures That'll Get You Laid on Online Dating Sites. And then I have another one called How to Send Messages That'll Get You Laid on Online Dating Apps. So that's what I'm saying. Like, go on there, join the membership, listen to the shit, implement it into your dating situation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
All right, bro. All right, man. Well, I appreciate the call, brother. Stop worrying about competition. There's only one of you. You be good, all right? All right. Man, it's I'm telling you, dudes want to be right in their ignorance. It sucks, man. I'm telling you. He said the black pill is real. Yo, I swear, man. I swear, these dudes. Ridiculous, man. Listen, I'm telling y'all, we not just talking out our ass. Get your ass on the fucking memberships. That's what we're telling you. All the things that you need to know are there. Like, my God. I'm telling you, y'all see the calls. You understand? These are real people having these real situations. And when we ask, are you on a membership? No, I'm not on a membership. Interesting. Isn't it interesting? Isn't it weird that the people who aren't on it are having all these issues? Isn't that interesting? Crazy. But let me answer some questions, and I'm gonna wrap it up in a little bit. And remember, guys, check us out tonight, 10 p.m. Actually, 10:15. You know what I'm saying? It says the only girls that have high interest in me are 6s and under. How do I just smash without hurting their feelings? Just tell them you want to smash. You only hurt a chick's feelings if you just want to smash, when you act like you want more than just smashing. But let me try to get another call in a second. Let me go to we're gonna go to 862. 862. What's popping? Who this?
Hey, what's going on, Lucario? It's L from
What up?
Jersey 30.
What's popping, bro? Did you donate?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah,
What's
I
going
just
on?
called to comment on the topic. I think a lot of people, even myself at one time, just didn't want to put in the work to go and get the chicks. I think people just want to just wait around and then have the chick come to them. But you got to get out there and and start talking to women.
Right.
I was just in New York yesterday, and there's so many women, like all so many races and all that. You mean to tell me that you can't get none of them? Like,
Right.
really, like
Right.
I got me a nice good amount yesterday, and some of them would respond, some of them gave me the number, some of them didn't say anything. So, like I think a lot of people just are scared of rejection. And I just think that, a lot of men need to just get on the bad boy membership, and they need to stop get out of their own way, more or less.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. It's like, it's crazy out here. There's so many women. It's an abundance. It's insane. And it's like, bro, you guys can make shit happen out here. You know what I mean?
Right, because I was with my dad. I was taking my dad to dialysis, and I got this chick's number at the hospital, and just like there's opportunities to meet women everywhere,
Right.
and it's like I like it how you put it, like the job analogy. If you're looking for a job, you're going to send your application out, to place you're interested in working, and it's going to have different statuses until you get the job. Like so one might be contemplating you. But you look for jobs just same way. Like I see it like that. Like, you gotta do the work. You gotta do the thing to have the power. So, so just shout out to everything, and you gotta enjoy yourselves. And like people need to give them a little bit more confidence, and it's not that hard. You just gotta do it.
Right.
You gotta do the thing.
Exactly.
But y'all have a good day.
All right, brother. Appreciate the call, man. All right. Let me get some of these questions real quick. You said, so you're saying as a guy, we should approach the woman because not a lot of women approach men. What about celebrities? Well, you're not a celebrity, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to compare yourself to celebrity. You're not famous. That's a whole nother thing. You feel what I'm saying? It's not going to happen for you that way. Let me go to 478. 478. What's popping? Who this?
Yo, Lucario, what's up, bro? This is Dre, bro. 19 from Miami, bro.
What up, bro? Did you donate?
Yeah, I donated.
Appreciate it.
Straight 305.
All right.
Yeah. I know, I just want to tell you, man, I know, so to the dude you just reacted to in the video, I do want to say shout out to him for being honest, because he at least had the balls enough to admit that he don't get approached like that.
Right.
Because, nigga, these bitch-ass content creators or data coaches who advocate choosing sitters, they act like when they come out the house, this is the drop to their knees and start sucking dick immediately.
Exactly, right.
At least he had the you know what I'm saying? He was real enough to admit that. And that's what if a nigga got common sense or logically think, that would make him be like, damn. So if bitches don't approach him like that or don't approach men in general like that, what the fuck am I waiting for choosing sitters for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, that shit is also like how niggas who advocate being indirect. Shout out ARC. He was talking about like, they always preach be indirect, but the niggas who preach that, they never acknowledge the time wasting bitches.
Right.
And the reason why they don't never do that is because they know, like, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, bro?
Right.
Like,
No, that's facts.
Like, why would I be indirect when there's bitches out there who purposely waste niggas' time when I could just be direct?
Exactly.
And not waste my time?
Exactly. And that's the thing. See, that's the problem with a lot of motherfuckers on YouTube is that they try to paint a picture to make niggas feel good so that they can feel good in their misery, their cope. They're like, oh, well, yeah, I could just, because the thing is this, if it was all about just waiting for choosing signals and that shit was happening all the time, then would there be a reason for niggas to even have videos on dealing with women like that? You just go outside, wait for chicks, a bunch of chicks choose you, you fuck who you want to fuck, and shit'll fall through how I want to fall through, and that's that. You know what I'm saying?
Them niggas that like choosing signals is 100% guaranteed success rate too. That's another thing that I be hating. Like, my nigga, this is a bitch. Nigga, I relate to you on that too. Like, you said it, and nigga, I even experienced it too, because I'm out here in the field, like, a bitch can think you cute as hell, nigga, but still not want to fuck you for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Creed trailer just dropped that they with Michael B. Jordan. And I don't know if you're familiar with the actor Will Harris. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she liked that nigga. Like, like, my mom would literally fuck that nigga. Like, she also admitted, like, cause the reason why I brought it up because I like what you and K Baggett broke down between, like, physical attraction and sexual attraction. That's another thing that they don't, he ain't even admitted in the video. Like, they just think, like, if a bitch think you look good, that means she'll automatically fuck you. No, like, she think Will Harris is average looking, but it's just something like, she said he got sex appeal. Whereas she think Bruno Mars is cute, but she wouldn't fuck Bruno Mars.
Right.
So a nigga like Bruno Mars, he'll see my mom choosing him in public and be like, oh, she choosing me, but when he go holler, she ain't come up that pussy because she don't think you sexually appealing.
Exactly.
And them niggas don't never really admit, bro. They don't know, maybe they do it on purpose, or maybe they naive. They never break down the difference between sexual attraction and physical attraction.
And that's a great point, because a lot of times women will check you out because they're physically attracted to you. They're like, oh, he looks good, he's a handsome guy, but that don't necessarily mean she want to fuck you, because she may not be sexually attracted to you. And that's what I'm saying, where these guys, they talk about, well, waiting for choosing signals, or wait for the girl to choose you. It's like, bro, just because a woman is giving you a signal doesn't necessarily equate to the actual act of her wanting to have sex with you, or doesn't equate to her actually wanting to be with you. And so a lot of these dudes, they don't realize, because women are moment to moment. Women are like, it's just like when a nigga take a chick to his crib, he think he gonna get pussy, and then she change her mind. A chick will literally be naked. Like, I remember there was a nigga in my college, this dude I used to roll with. Son, this nigga told me he had this chick over the crib, right? They both naked. This nigga put on the condom. He sits on the fucking couch. She's about to hop on top of the dick. He said she got on top of him. He said the head of his penis just touched her pussy. And then she jumped up and was like, she's like, I can't do this. I don't think I can do this. He's like, what? And then she was like, I don't want to. He said he got so mad that he took the condom off and threw it at her. But I just thought that was hilarious. But I'm like, but I'm like, yo, the nigga's about to fuck this chick. As soon as she was about to slide on the dick, she fucking jumped up and was like, I can't do this. You understand what I'm saying?
That's real shit, bro.
Right.
That's why, like, you shit. That's why, when you said some true shit earlier, it's like, yo, niggas know bitches all over the place like that. Like, they like, you know, like you're saying, like, man, saying, nigga, the men are the mountains where they get their shit on. Now these niggas act like bitches too. They change like the fucking weather too. But a real nigga, bro, you started like a mountain where these bitches change like the weather. One minute they rain and 1 minute they hot, they cold. Why would you give that bitch that much power? Like, why would you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get that bitch, like, wait for her permission to come talk to you, man.
Exactly,
like,
right.
That's not reliable. You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
When you said that shit earlier, bro, I'm like, man, that's man, you speak the truth, bro. And yo, nigga, fuck, nigga, these niggas be like, 'cause I saw you on a live stream, and it was with the fucking nigga Austin, whatever. The chat was so baffled me, because like niggas was like, Lucario, he need receipts. Bitch ass niggas, when niggas like me call in and pay homage, and niggas on the Bad Boy membership calling to pay homage,
exactly.
Like, yo, nigga, your advice works. Fuck, nigga, that's the receipt.
Exactly, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a real shit.
What would a bitch look like? Lucario bitch could be a 10 to me, a 5 to you. A bitch one could be a 10 to me, a 5. That look shit is subjective. It's gonna always be subjective.
Right.
Fuck that, nigga. The game, nigga, the shit that he's speaking is truth. I'm out here living this. A lot of shit that you put me on that I don't know about, I use, I apply, and I'm getting success every motherfucking day, my nigga. I'm feeling too, bro. Regardless, bro, I keep that shit moving, dog.
That's what's up.
You, man. Love you, dog. I'm 19. Hey, I know you be scared, like, yo, I wanted the young niggas out here getting No, man, it's a lot of my homies and all, nigga. We told there to you, bro, and we fuck with you, bro. We solid, man. So
that's what's up, man. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. That's what's up. That's what's up. See, we got telling you that some of the young dudes ain't lost. That's what I love. That's what I love. Let me I'm gonna go to these questions real quick, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. All right, so this one says, Lakari, if a person doesn't have game, can they buy a product of yours and become good with communicating with women like an expert, or the product isn't enough to be an expert in conversation? Well, this is the thing. It's not about you being an expert. It's about you knowing enough and basically pushing yourself enough to do the things you need to do to get what you want, because the game is about strategy to get what you want. So if you buy the product, you take heed to the information, you use the information in the product to apply it to your life, then you will actually get shit popping. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. It says, I have a lot of girls that I met online from out of town that are willing to drive to my crib. Is it bad to let them sleep over if we're fucking? Yes, do not let these chicks sleep over unless they're your girlfriend. You feel what I'm saying? So, Lakari, you have always spoke of MJ, you talking about Anthony DeMello as a mentor. Did you learn game from him? Hell yeah. Listen, all y'all should check out Anthony DeMello on YouTube. He's this dude, he's passed away already, but he has a lot of game on life. You feel what I'm saying? That should have changed your whole perspective. It says, how do you come up with a good bio for your dating profile? Well, make sure you go on the Bad Boy membership. I teach you how to come up with a good bio, good profile, and how to send the messages. Shout out to my dude Dan. He said, in an open relationship, can I get my girl to date other guys if she's not interested in fucking other guys, but she's jealous when I do it, or she's the wrong one? Okay, well, this is the thing. If the thing is, the chick is going to do what she wants to do. So if she doesn't want to do it, then don't try to get her to do it to get off your back, because she's not going to not be jealous just because she's fucking with other dudes. You understand what I'm saying? Her jealousy will still be there regardless, whether or not she's seeing other guys or not. You see what I'm saying? So just let her, if the thing is this, you want to create the relationship type of structure you want. So if you're in a situation where you say, hey, look, I'm going to do me, you do you, cool, right? But don't think her doing her is going to stop jealousy. You see what I'm saying? Like she'll still be jealous in certain situations. You feel what I mean? This says, what if you live in an apartment with 8 people and you don't have your shit together as yet? What should you do? Well, try to get your shit together, but you don't need to get your shit together to get women. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what a lot of guys, they under this sort of like fallacy that I need to have a car, an apartment, I got to have a whole bunch of money, or else I can't fuck with women, which is false, which is not true. So what happens is that you still want to get your shit together for you, but don't think that getting your shit together is going to make it easy for you to get women. He's like, now I finally got my shit together. I got a car. I got all this other stuff. I got this going on. So now women are going to come. No, you're just going to be a guy who still doesn't know how to attract women, who has his shit together. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. But listen, guys, I'm about to head up out of here. Make sure you guys check us out tonight, 10:15, me and Miles, and I will holler at y'all later. And remember, guys, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out. When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're going to have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting something.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.